Warning, we had some technical difficulties while recording the last episode, making some of the audio less than perfect, mainly my fault, but the episode was too hilarious to not put up, so we promise it's worth listening to anyway.
You've created a thing.
You've created a monster, and that monster is in the shape of Ray Romano.
Ray Smash!
Hi guys, we're back with Fess Up. Did you miss us? It's been a week. It's been a week. Did you miss us? Did you?
I missed me.
I missed everything and everyone. I had a Red Bull. I'm excited. I'm Amy.
Did you?
Yeah.
You had a Red Bull? You're allergic to caffeine!
Well, I had to wake up early, so sacrifices had to be made.
Amy!
Yep, I'm Amy.
I'm Marissa.
And I'm Ina.
And I'm gonna die probably on this exact podcast. All right.
Oh my goodness, at least we'll have it recorded. We'll know your last words.
Excellent. We can go down, write him on my gravestone.
Okay, I'll carve him in.
My name's Amy, and I drank a Red Bull.
You're a terrible role model for children.
I'm sorry. So, I want to clarify something for the fans. Last episode, we referenced someone named Crystal. She is the mythological oldest Fess, but here's the thing. She betrayed us and is no longer a Fess. So, Crystal is now not appearing on this podcast.
Maybe she'll make a guest appearance at some point. Who
Oh,
knows?
she could guest appear.
She married out of the Fess name.
Yeah, right?
She did.
The second you didn't make Jared be Jared Fess is the second that you said, I'm not going to be a regular on this podcast. That's when it happened.
The podcast that was many years in the future she did not know about.
Yep.
That was exactly it.
Your choices have consequence. Think of that bread. When will you learn that your actions have consequences?
When will you learn?
You learn today, Crystal.
I hope Crystal listens to this. She probably won't.
No, I think she will. She will, and then she's gonna message us and be like, but I want to be on the podcast, and this is why you know you're not on the podcast. You can guest star, but you can't be a regular.
You gave up the title.
When you gave up the name. Dun dun dun.
Was it worth it?
Was it worth it? Was your little family worth it?
Like baby Gamora. Did you do it? What did it cost?
Everything. Also, I want to formally apologize. In the last episode, I kept calling the large gingerbread man Mondo. His name is actually Mongo.
That makes more sense.
And I made a huge mistake. I'm very upset at myself. But I want everyone to know I'm not a Dumbo.
I really can't believe you've done this.
I can't believe you've done this.
Good. All right, so what say we answer some questions?
All right.
I got a good one to start with. Very thought-provoking. I asked it at work the other day, and then everyone was obsessed with it, so I have good vibes about it. Are you ready? If you were forced to face swap with a male celebrity over 50, which one would you pick? This is a permanent decision.
Over 50?
Yes, over 50. It's a permanent decision.
So we're already screwed.
Yep.
Paul Rudd. Isn't he 50?
He is over 50. Paul Rudd is a great choice. But then you just have to know, whichever one you pick, they are also getting your face.
Well, they'll be blessed. I'm the one that's got to be concerned right now.
I think he'd look great with my face. Anyone could rock my face.
Oh, and they have to be living, right?
They could be a dead person, but it might be a decaying face. I really don't.
Oh, you're right. That makes sense.
Like, if you want to put Louis the 16th on your face, go for it. But, like...
Can I have William Shakespeare's face?
You know, you could, but I think it's a skeleton at this point.
It's probably just a skull.
He's become his own prop.
I knew him, Horatio.
That was tasteless.
Alright, I'm still thinking, oh my goodness.
Well, I could say mine.
Okay.
Because a lot of people, when I asked this question, they all went to, like, who's the sexiest looking 50-year-old? But the way that I asked this question is it's got to be the opposite gender of you and over 50. And so you're in an uncanny valley because
Paul Rudd is beautiful.
Paul Rudd is beautiful, but, like, it's going to be a man's face on a woman who is clearly under 50's body. So, like, already you're in an uncanny valley where people are like, something weird went on with you. So I was like, I'm gonna lean into it then. And instead of picking, like, the prettiest person, I'm gonna go with the one that really speaks to my soul so I can have fun with it for the rest of my life. And for that reason, I have selected Danny DeVito.
I thought you were gonna say Jeff Goldblum or something.
He's great, but Danny DeVito's face on my body and my face on Danny DeVito's body?
Oh my god.
I love Danny DeVito.
Also, Danny DeVito with my voice. Could you imagine?
I'm still thinking. I'm between a couple. You know, this is kind of coming out of left field, but I gotta say, Dennis Quaid.
Dennis Quaid! You know, he's got a ruggedly, like, he's got a good smile, first of all.
He does. He's aged well, like a good cheese.
Fine wine. Dennis Quaid, the fine wine.
And then I can walk into any store and announce, I'm Dennis Quaid! Like Ellen DeGeneres made him do all the time. I'm Dennis Quaid.
Wait, guys. None of us picked Tom Hanks. This is a travesty.
Well, here's the thing. Tom Hanks has to remain in his impeccable form, okay?
You're right.
I do not want to mar Tom Hanks's face with my lump of a face.
It's true.
He must retain his gloriousness. Dennis Quaid is a good choice. I agree.
Thank you.
You know, if I were gonna say, though, what I was kind of expecting Marissa to say was Rick Moranis.
Rick Moranis, but then we just look like Dad without a mustache.
Exactly. I look too much like I would have looked were I a boy.
That's true.
Only I'd still have my female body, so it would be all wrong.
Good point.
It's much better to be a sexy female Dennis Quaid.
You always want, if you could be a Dennis Quaid, be a Dennis Quaid.
I know, and my soul said, you know who's a celebrity that you haven't given enough love to recently?
Dennis Quaid. You're right. He does not get enough love, ever.
He doesn't, but you see, there's an ad for some movie that he's gonna be in where he's the, like, scary villain in the horror movie.
Dennis Quaid, a villain?
Yes!
That's cool.
I'm literally not making this up.
I want to just reverb that, like, 2 seconds of audio over and over. Dennis Quaid, a villain?
Dennis Quaid, a villain? Dennis Quaid, a villain? Dennis Quaid, a villain? Dennis Quaid, a villain?
Dennis Quaid, a villain? It was just the perfect inflection.
Yeah, in the movie's called The Intruder.
Oh, and so he just walks into places and says, "Hi, I'm Dennis Quaid."
Yes. How terrifying is that?
I'm Dennis Quaid. I'm holding a knife now.
Oh my gosh, he just kicks down your door, holding a giant knife and goes, I'm Dennis Quaid! And then starts stabbing you.
I'm Dennis Quaid?
It's the sequel to actual Cannibal Shia LaBeouf.
Yes! Dennis Quaid, the intruder. This actually leads in very well to a bit idea that I had, where we were going to come up with a movie and a plot and everything and, like, cast it from a random idea. And I feel like that just happened, but we're gonna do another one. I don't have a name for this bit. What should it be called?
Make a movie.
Okay, we're gonna make a movie.
Make a movie.
What?
Okay, Ina, because you said that.
But what's make a move? I don't understand. Are you talking about make a map?
I don't know. It sounds like make a move.
I mean, not really. No, I'm just kidding. I was thinking of make a map, though.
No, making a move on someone. Like, you're flirting with them? Have you ever been flirted with, Marissa?
Ina, because you said that, I would like you to make a movie.
Yes.
About cows.
Is it animated?
Yes.
But is it animated like CGI, like the Disney Lion King remake?
Or is it CGI like they filmed live action cows, but then CGI'd it to look like they're talking?
Oh, yeah.
I personally like that one the best.
All right, there we go.
Okay.
But we're gonna have to give a title of this movie.
Milk Duds.
Milk Duds. Go, Ina.
All right. So there is a farm in a really cute place in a random town called Plug.
Plug?
Oh, I don't know why. I looked at a plug. Okay.
Oh no.
What a gross name for a town.
Yeah, well, it's a cute town. They had to have a gross name so too many people wouldn't come visiting, you know? So people would think it was gross, but it's really pretty. And it's, yeah. So it's cow country, though. And there is a farmer named John. Yes, exactly pronounced like that. John. And he has, like, 5 different cows.
Like 5? That's not very many for a farm.
Yeah.
He has like 5 different cows. I can't believe it.
5 different cows that he likes. He doesn't care about the other cows. These are his favorite cows.
5 special cows.
These 5 cows are all female, and they are his main milk cows. So his favorite one's name is Petunia, and one day she's not producing any milk.
I'm shocked.
And then later, none of his good cows are producing any milk. And then you find out that aliens have come down and they're stealing all the milk.
Plot twist.
Oh my god, a milk dud. You little hoe.
I knew that's what she was gonna do as soon as I said the title.
You little
Milk Duds.
hoe, a milk dud. I hate
They're
you.
stealing all the milk, and John has to go into space and fight them
For his milk.
to get the milk back.
So, cast, who's John?
You didn't hold it out quite long enough. It's John.
Who's John?
Oh, I'm casting him too? I thought that I would come up with a plot and you guys would cast it.
Oh, we can cast him.
I did come up with the title, so looks like you're casting, Amy.
Amy, cast him.
This feels like another Dennis Quaid movie to me.
But is Dennis Quaid the alien?
Oh.
You're right, because he's going to be saying, I'm Dennis Quaid the whole time. So, he's got to be the alien of Dennis Quaid's.
He's got to bust in from outer space and go, I'm Dennis Quaid! And then steal all the milk.
Yeah, he plays all of the aliens, actually. And he is just CGI added into the whole movie.
Yes.
He plays every alien role. And they are the Quaids.
It's like the Oompa Loompas.
I hope he's good at motion capture.
Well, really, it's not really motion capture, just his body, and they just, in post, made him green.
In post. They could have gone Wicked Witch style and just painted him green.
No, it was in post. It's very clearly a filter over the shot.
Wow, this sounds like a high quality movie.
It will be bigger than Endgame.
So then Petunia is gonna be voiced by Kristen Wiig.
Yes.
That's actually a great choice.
Thank you. And then we're gonna say that titular character of John, which isn't actually titular, but just the main character.
You just like saying tit.
Tit. I got a tit. Cows have tits with 4 udders. Wait, that's just
Tit.
the one thing.
What?
Yep.
Alright, delete that.
Okay, tell me one more thing about John, will you? How old is he?
He's probably like 45.
Is he handsome?
He's an average Joe.
So he's like not like old.
Yes.
He's
Okay.
like a younger farmer, less experienced in the ways of farming.
Right. It's just obvious because of his milk duds.
Because of his milk duds, yeah.
What? No, his milk duds were not his fault. That was Dennis Quaid.
He should have expected Dennis Quaid.
Nobody expects Dennis Quaid.
Dennis Quaid is always there when you least expect it.
I really hope he isn't cast after our faces are swapped, because this would get really weird.
This is actually his first role after your faces were swapped.
Oh man.
And he had to be an alien because it was so weird.
Yeah, well, I guess he has to double announce the fact that he's Dennis Quaid after that.
Yeah, because he'll have Martha's face.
I'm Dennis Quaid. No, really, I'm Dennis Quaid.
I promise. Can you imagine if the whole world had face swapped with someone? Like Thanos' snap, and everyone's faces had swapped.
The face snapping. Oh, I have it. He's maybe a little more handsome, but I think that he could be dressed down.
Yes.
John Hamm.
John Hamm.
Yes.
John Hamm stars as John?
Is it because his name is John without the inflection?
No, it's because I just now flipped through IMDb and I saw his face and I was like, put a farmer's hat and suspenders on that man and he could be John?
Put a fake little gap between his front teeth?
Also because his last name is Ham, and there was ham on farms.
Is this a ham farm, though?
Not all farms have ham.
This is a dairy farm, okay, Ina?
He's just got cows.
I was getting carried away.
Droops her head and walks off stage.
Arrested Development style. All right, so we got an Instagram question this week. We're going to ask it. At Aubrey_Hillman asks, if we could be in a cocoon of mayonnaise or cream cheese, which one would we pick and why?
Right off the bat, I have to say cream cheese because mayonnaise is, like, really, in comparison, it's, like, a lot thinner. So I feel like...
It's, like, globby, yeah.
And it's oily, bad for your skin.
Right, but I think cream cheese is, like, a little... almost drier in comparison, like it's a little more solid. And I feel like that would be a warmer cocoon that also would not slide off of your body.
My thought is I do not like either of those things to taste. I think both of those things are gross, but I will on occasion have cream cheese, especially if it is flavored, and I will also have it mixed into things like a cheesecake.
Yeah.
So I am more likely to enjoy the cream cheese experience than the devil that is mayonnaise.
Right. Well, I mean, I like cream cheese a lot also. But I mean, I also like mayonnaise, but I could never just eat mayonnaise straight up. Also, mayonnaise is so oily, I feel like I'd get 20 times more pimples than I already have. So...
You're gonna pizza face up, yeah.
Yeah, but I feel like it's more likely with the mayonnaise, because I just feel like mayonnaise is not a good facial spread.
Probably true. Or that could be the thing that cures it and no one's tried because they assume. So cream cheese or mayonnaise could just be the cure.
Either way that's going to happen.
This is true.
We could come out of that thing and be baby face skin.
Confession time. I have been known to eat straight up cream cheese with nothing else.
College does things to you, doesn't it?
It does. You're like, what's in my refrigerator? A little bit of cream cheese, that's it? Looks like a snack to me.
I eat like a pregnant woman. I swear to God, I will walk around and be like, oh, look, here's a cupcake. Let's eat it. That looks delicious. And as I'm eating the cupcake, I will open my fridge and look in there and be like, wow, a pickle will be great right now. Then right after I eat, or sometimes during eating the cupcake, I will just bite into a pickle.
Amy, do you have something to tell us?
I'm not pregnant, but I just eat like a pregnant woman. That's all I have to tell you.
Well, thank you for reminding me that I have pickles, because I'm going to go eat one after we're done recording this.
Heck yeah, you're welcome. Thank you, Aubrey. This is a glorious question. We will tell everybody at the end of the show how to submit questions of your own if you'd like to get one on the show.
I think, but just like to end this question, my final thing I have to say about it is, if we're in this cocoon, like, do we have to, like, eat our way out of it? Because in that case, I definitely have to go with cream cheese.
You know, I think if you're in the cream cheese cocoon, you're going to have to eat it. But the mayonnaise cocoon, it's just going to be slimy. So I think you could just kind of, like, fling your arms apart and do a born free. Born free! You could just do that.
Hashtag born free. Hashtag no one knows what we're talking about.
All right, I have another question. This is a big discussion question. I know we've discussed this in the past, but I'm bringing it back because it needs to be discussed now more than ever. Who, in these challenging times, has the biggest penis? The Hulk or Thanos?
Oh, man.
Definitely the Hulk.
I was about to say the same thing. See, Thanos is definitely compensating for something.
Here's the thing, I don't think that's true. Thanos is a titan. He, by design, should have the biggest schlong.
Except that Hulk is the way he is because he was literally mutated by radiation. So that's going to create a monster dick.
Might not be a pretty one.
No one asked if it was pretty.
Look, we are allowed to say endgame spoilers now. So, I'm gonna say, his penis definitely, no matter what it was when he was purely Hulk, Professor Hulk definitely has a tiny dick.
Oh, definitely. Like, I wouldn't say tiny, but like compared to Thanos, yes.
Well, tiny for a Hulk. For, like, if you look at him as a Hulk, you're gonna say, that's a big penis. But, like, Professor Hulk is not gonna have, like, the Hulk's penis that he once had.
He's gonna have a penis that he can actually put in a human.
Probably. Like, he's gonna have, like, a 9-inch regular human dick.
Yes.
So, like,
yes.
big human dick,
I
but,
agree.
like, small Hulk dick.
And I personally think that's a good thing.
Probably. Okay, I will give you this. The Hulk probably has a bigger dick. Thanos, the bigger balls.
Well, he wears his balls on his chin.
He does wear his scrotum on his chin, yes.
We have seen those balls, and they are enormous.
Okay, who has the better butt, though?
Thanos.
I mean, wait. Well, we've never seen Thanos' butt, but we have seen the Hulk's butt, and it's pretty good.
I've seen some photoshops of Thanos' butt.
Yeah, but they can Photoshop any butt onto Thanos.
Well, I'm lusting, okay? Thanos has gotta have a muscular ass.
Yeah, but the Hulk is... We've seen his butt, and it's very muscular as well.
I did like the Hulk butt. Hulk butt is my favorite part of Thor Ragnarok.
It is. It's great. Well, see, now you just have a preference for Thanos in general, so of course you would imagine he'd have a better ass.
I mean, I personally feel like Thanos has a better ass just simply because of the color of it.
Well, that is rude.
Purple is rude.
There are some green lovers listening to this podcast that are very offended, and those people are Crystal.
Excuse me, I love green, and I was once painted in green for several months, so...
But not your
I feel
ass.
like I'm more... Okay, fine. I just feel like I'm more objective here about this.
You are not.
Marvel crack ship. I have a Marvel crack ship. Ready? Gamora and the Hulk.
I actually feel like that would be actually really cute.
They'd have a little green baby.
That is the Wicked Witch of the West.
It's me?
Yes.
Those are my real parents?
Dude, now I'm like shipping that a little bit. Like, I'm like low key. I think that would be a really good ship.
Wow, look what I've done. See, I know how to make good ships, and you make Clay Reese.
I was gonna say that it's a much better ship than Hulk and Black Widow.
Well, that's true.
Which Marvel thought was a good idea.
Yo, wait, what are we gonna call it?
Hamora.
Would Gamora and Hulk's ship name be Gulk?
Or Hulkamora.
That sounds like Hill Gamora.
Hill Gamora pageant is actually just a celebration of Gamora and Hulk's love.
And their awesome sex.
I feel like that would be offensive to some people, Amy.
That's true.
You know, here's the thing. Book of Mormon exists. I think we're allowed to make fun of it. I think that Trey Parker and Matt Stone will be very upset that they didn't add in a Hulk and Gamora worshipping session into their musical, their hit Broadway musical.
They didn't think of it.
Because they didn't think of it, and now they're kicking themselves listening to this podcast, as we know they will.
Obviously, they're listening.
They're like, why didn't we do that? Everyone knows the Hulk and Gamora are the ultimate couple from Marvel, so why didn't we have the celebration?
Everyone knows that Hulk and Gamora is the one true pairing of Marvel.
That is, after all, what Hill Gamora is named.
This is common knowledge. Not something just made up by Amy.
Amy would never simply make something up.
Exactly, that's what I said.
Yep, you're right. Why would I do that? I am a woman of facts and figures. I have never made up a thing in my life.
As am I, which is why I dutifully reported Clay Reese. Yes, I just thought it was everyone's right to know about the best ship that exists within Disney.
Clay Reese. Dear fucking Lord. On that note, maybe we should move into our favorite segment. What blank are you?
Let's go.
What two Marvel characters are we?
I feel like Amy is Ant-Man.
I was gonna say Peter Quill, but they both have that same little Amy zing in there.
True.
I feel like I am more of a Quill than an Ant-Man.
That's just because Chris Pratt is your favorite Chris.
No, I was gonna say because Guardians of the Galaxy is my favorite thing.
Yeah.
No, it's because he's more of a sassy piece of shit, whereas Ant-Man is a wholesome, lovely guy.
That's true.
Yeah, he's a pure being, and I am not a pure being. I also fuck a lot, so like more of a Star-Lord from the beginning of the movies before he decided Gamora was his thing, which it's not, it's the Hulk's.
Well, before he was out in space with a bunch of cock blockers.
You two and your language.
Sorry, Ina.
Ina just wants to be Cap, is what she's saying by doing that.
No.
Well, you just worked Cap into your answer with that. So
Yeah, you just immediately, that's just proving you are Captain America, is one of Ina's.
you bought that for yourself.
It's not false.
I can see it.
We would have come up with it anyway, but you saying that was just like, fine, we'll do you now.
Yeah.
Oh, I got Amy's other one.
Okay, so Amy is Quill and
Drax.
I don't know that that's true. I just love him.
No, I don't think that's true, but it is funny.
Well, I have one for Marissa.
Okay, well, I'll go down for one, because two of us have one now. And we'll figure out the other ones in a second.
All right, Karina's Cat because she is a language police, and also she's just kind of that like annoyingly righteous person.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's like your driving motivation towards life is what makes me the best person in this situation, and that's also Cap's driving force.
I am a good person.
Captain America, yes, that's why you're Captain America. We get it, yes.
We know, that's what we're saying.
We get it, you're Captain America. Stop driving this stake into the ground. It's already there.
I feel like Marissa is Thor.
Thor. Mm-hmm.
Fat Thor.
All Thors are you.
That's true. Fat Thor and Hot Thor.
Really?
At different times.
I already have Marissa's second one. Gotta be Pepper.
Oh my god, you're right.
Pepper Potts. Marissa is Thor and Pepper Potts together.
That's really true.
Pepper Potts is Marissa, like, number one. Like, if you only had to pick one, it would be Pepper Potts. That is Marissa's personality in a character.
I 100% agree.
But also Thor is a good second. Thor's sense of humor, and then Pepper Potts is everything else.
Pepper Potts is sass and just boss-ass bitchness.
Pepper Potts plus Thor equals Marissa, 100%. Done.
Agreed.
Do we count X-Men, or is this X-Men completely separate?
Yes.
Okay.
Let's Marvel. X-Men count.
I could see Ina as like a Jean Grey.
Yes.
But like without the Phoenix. She like...
I don't know about without the Phoenix, because when you make Ina angry, the Phoenix appears.
That's true. You don't want to see that rage. The unbridled rage that came with her first ever middle finger to me.
OMG. Or the first time that she said the F word in front of Dad. You said the F word in front of our dad, and then he turned into the Phoenix also. And it was...
I've never said that word.
I remember it vividly.
Well, I have a very vivid memory of me sticking my middle finger up at Amy. I was probably like 10, or whatever. I was little, and I feel like if there were an anger equivalent of a Patronus, I would have made a full corporal Patronus with that anger.
I think that is the Hulk you're talking about. Your anger transforms you into something amazing.
That's beautiful. I mean, Professor Hulk could be Ina.
Well, I wouldn't say Professor Hulk. I would say Hulk, aka Bruce Banner. So, like, Bruce Banner, because when he gets too angry, he then turns into the Hulk.
So are we saying that Ina is Captain America plus Jean Grey, or Ina is Captain America plus the Hulk?
It's gotta be Jean Grey.
Boom. Locked and loaded.
If the Hulk is anyone, it's Dad.
Yeah. No, that is the truth.
I feel like Dad is just 100% Bruce Banner, aka the Hulk.
You're right. No, that's the most accurate.
Well, he's very well in control of his anger, but when it occurs, he is not Professor Hulk. Let's just say that.
I think I have Amy's second one. I feel like it was rather obvious in staring us in the face, but Deadpool?
Oh, fuck yeah.
That is literally the most obvious thing I've ever heard, and I don't know why we didn't think of it. Oh, I do know why, because I was thinking of the movies, and obviously he's not integrated into them quite yet.
So, I mean, honestly, you only do one for me. I am only Deadpool. But if you had to add a second one.
No, you're Deadpool and Quill, because Quill gets more ass. He's objectively handsome.
You right.
Deadpool is not, quite unfortunately. No fault of his own.
You're right. Okay, yeah.
Formerly handsome. And Peter's a lot more lighthearted, and you've got that. You're not as dark as Deadpool.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not as cynical as Deadpool, no.
Yeah, I feel like not Footloose, but you would tell someone about some musical as your big hero.
Yeah, if you were stranded in space, you would tell everyone that on your planet, a musical is the best thing that exists, and, et cetera, et cetera.
True. I would bring musicals to a different planet.
Mm-hmm. You would go so far as to be like, on Earth, we randomly burst into song.
I mean, they would think it's true because I do randomly just start singing.
Right.
All of us do that, as already evidenced on this podcast.
We do.
All right, so to summarize, for everyone who skipped ahead of all our blabbering, Amy is Peter Quill plus Deadpool. Marissa is Thor plus Pepper Potts. And Ina is Captain America plus Jean Grey.
Thank you, oh great summarizer.
Thank you. I'm here all week. New question. This is a great question I've been excited to ask. You are forced to get a photorealistic tattoo of Ray Romano somewhere on your body. Where do you put it?
Okay.
Also remember, you currently have your Clarice tattoo on your whole abdomen.
Right.
So you might want to remember that while positioning Ray Romano.
Okay. On my left ass cheek.
What are you putting on your right ass cheek? What are you going to put on your right ass cheek?
Well, I haven't decided yet.
I feel like it should be Ray Romano and then Deborah on the other one. And he's like yelling at Deborah.
No, but you see, the thing is, I don't like Deborah.
What about his brother's name? What's his brother that we all loved?
Oh my gosh. Rob, was it?
Yes, Robert.
Is it?
Robert?
I think so.
That was the character's name.
Yeah, the character.
I would get that.
Heck yeah.
I'd have to go with a really miniature Ray Romano on my finger, on my middle finger, like Mom's tattoo, so that Ray Romano could be with me in my anger.
Ray Romano is the form your Hulk takes?
Yes.
Your Hulk is just a green Ray Romano.
No, when she turns into the Phoenix, her whole body converts into Ray Romano form.
Yes.
So I'm going to go back to question number 1. You are not allowed to have Balron's face. You have Ray Romano's face.
No! Okay, fine.
That is just fate deciding that, honestly.
I would put Ray Romano. I'm torn between a whole back piece and like on my rib cage on the side. I think I'm gonna go rib cage.
You see, ribcage is classier.
Yeah, and Ray Romano I would only want in the classiest of locations.
Right.
I mean, the thing is though, I've watched Ink Master and they always say the ribs hurt more.
Yes, but that's not what we're asking.
So, can you handle the pain for Ray Romano?
You know, here's the thing. If I can't handle the pain of Ray Romano, I do not deserve him.
Okay.
I don't think you deserve him at all.
I don't deserve him at all. Maybe I shouldn't be forced to get a Ray Romano tattoo, but here we are.
Probably not.
Let's see. Aubrey_Hillman sent me a couple other questions. If you were a sim, would you rather have the person playing your life always be in control or let you act freely?
I feel like this is already happening to me, and it's both.
Right, like this is...
There are some times I'm definitely on free roam mode, and sometimes where I'm like, why have I checked the fridge 8 times? I'm not hungry.
That's literally me so hard. Or when I'm like,
Yeah.
I need to go to the bathroom, and then spend the next 8 hours not going to the bathroom, and then all of a sudden it's an emergency, and I'm like, and like I run.
Literally.
Yep.
That is very me too. Also, it would explain if someone's controlling me why even when I want to do my homework, I cannot.
Yeah, that's true.
They're just like, no homework for you. We want you to fail your class.
I fully 100% believe that whatever God is up there is just one of us playing Sims. I fully believe that.
Yeah, I mean, like, things are more amusing when there's drama.
That is true.
I mean, honestly, people always are like, why would God let bad things happen?
It's entertaining.
But then those people go and play Sims, and they burn their Sims alive, so...
Literally.
Exactly. Why would God let this happen? God has no attachment to you. You are a funny-looking sim that he created in Create-A-Sim to make fun of all of the weird things he could do with this technology.
It's like, but God loves us, and that's
like
true.
that.
But I loved the McLaughlin family, and I also tortured them.
That's true.
Like that time I locked Bibby Newlad in a room with 2 women until they both married him.
I want everyone to know your Instagram name right now is moo_Diddy, after one of your McLaughlin characters, Moo Diddy.
Yes, their firstborn son, Moo Diddy.
The insane baby. Moo Diddy was the insane baby, right?
No,
Or Bibby Newlad was the insane baby.
Bibby Newlad was the insane one, but the parents loved Bibby.
Oh.
The parents hated Moo Diddy.
No.
He was their first child, and they would sit him on the ground. He'd scream, and then they would scream at the sky in annoyance.
Oh no.
But then when Bibby Newlad came along, their second born, they loved the crap out of that kid.
That's hilarious. It's time for another bit called What's Bothering You? This is a new segment in which one of us will rant on a random topic that is selected by one of us. We select the person, we select the topic. And Ina, since you gave us a lovely movie earlier, come up with the topic and you can even pick the person.
Well, I would like Marissa to rant about cheese dust.
Oh my god. So I didn't even know I had a lot to say about this until just now. But like every time you eat like Doritos or, anything with that little cheese dust on it, I don't know why you always like lick it off of your fingers, because it's really not that delicious. It's kind of disgusting. And it always makes such a mess. Right, like the dirtiest thing you can imagine. Why do we do that? We should stop. But also, like, it gets everywhere. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I happen to eat things on my bed. And I know I shouldn't do that, but then, like, all of a sudden I'll lay in bed and all of a sudden I feel like I've got, like, a million crumbs underneath me. And you know what it is? Cheese dust. I'm like the Princess and the Pea, but with cheese dust just all over my bed. And so it's, the main reason that I have to wash my sheets once every few days. Cheese dust. And other various crumbs. I'm not going to pretend I don't eat other snacks upon my bed.
Right. But what is your stance on the cheese dust on Ronald Weasley's face in the epilogue of the last Harry Potter movie?
Oh god.
It's so gross. It's so gross. Anyone with cheese dust on their body, nasty. Get it off. Don't lick it off. Don't you lick it off. Go wash yourself.
In his case, shave.
And yeah, I mean, in his case, nasty. Definitely don't like it. You see, I don't know why. Some gingers look okay with facial hair, but in my opinion, he is he is not one of them.
I think that the ginger facial hair debate, you have to get to a certain point of facial hair.
Yeah, I feel like when they've got just stubble, it looks weird. It looks really weird.
Like cheese dust.
But if they go full beard on it, then it looks okay.
Yeah, I agree. Mm-hmm. Also, a lot of men, when they grow out their beards, it will just be red anyway.
Mm-hmm.
That's so true. And then they'll have dark brown hair, but then a bright red beard.
Right?
What is that?
Genetics, man.
What is that?
Chins love red hair. Chins just love it. Chins are just ooh, cheese dust all the time. Cheese dust is their favorite thing.
They're chingers.
I hate you. Chingers? Chingers? Oh my god.
You've created a thing.
You've created a monster, and that monster is in the shape of Ray Romano.
Ray Smash!
Gingers.
Gingers.
The men who are only ginger on the chin. Oh, I have one more thing to say on this topic. How is it really cheese?
It's not.
Like, I don't think it is. No, but like, what is it though? Like, I swear it's not cheese. It doesn't taste like real cheese.
It's sawdust painted orange.
Maybe it is the stubble of gingers.
Oh no, the stubble of gingers.
It's the ginger stubble.
This is what they do. They take gingers, they take people with red hair who are men, they shave their beards, collect it in a bowl, they take that stuff, grind it all up, and put it in Cheetos, and then they take that ginger, and they go and juice them. They just take them and squeeze them to make ginger ale. And that's why it's made of real gingers.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Juice them. Like in
They just juice them.
like in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory when they juice Violet.
Yes.
Is it Dennis Quaid doing the juicing?
Yes.
No.
No, you know who it is doing the juicing? Grandpa Joe.
Oh my god, it's Grandpa Joe.
He took over Willy Wonka's factory because Charlie won it, and oh my god, Grandpa Joe is just juicing gingers. Like Violet Beauregard getting out of that blueberry. Just juicing them.
Just sounds so inappropriate.
Well, that's what he's doing. Cannot speak to how appropriate it is, but we all know Grandpa Joe is the worst. Grandpa Joe is objectively the flaw with humanity.
He's the most terrible guy. Honestly, he's the only person, the only fictional character that I think is worse than Ross Geller.
I don't know, Ross Geller is the single most awful thing that's ever happened to television, I think.
I agree, because he's literally my least favorite person except for Grandpa Joe.
That is saying something.
The only reason why he doesn't top Grandpa Joe is because bad things happen to him a lot, and it brings me great joy.
And you're right, nothing bad happens to
I
Grandpa
feel like
Joe.
all the funniest parts of Friends are just bad things happening to Ross.
Yes, no, okay. Because of that logic, I agree. Nothing bad happens to Grandpa Joe, and everything bad should happen to Grandpa Joe. And a lot of things happen to Ross Geller that are bad, and that's just deserved.
He brings it upon himself.
He does.
I really feel like you guys need to explain your hatred for Grandpa
You
Joe.
don't know the Grandpa Joe
Everyone
hatred?
knows. No, this is common knowledge that everyone hates Grandpa Joe.
Yeah, Grandpa Joe. This is all. There are memes and memes and memes about it, but I will summarize them for you.
I'm on a couple Facebook group pages that just hate on him all day.
Grandpa Joe. There's a subreddit, I think.
Where have I been?
This is what it boils down to. Grandpa Joe, he sat on welfare in that bed with three other people his whole life. Everyone worked for him, lived in poverty. He claimed he was unable to move or walk or do anything, which is why he had to live in that bed and be waited on hand and foot. And then all of a sudden, Charlie comes home with a golden ticket. What does Grandpa Joe do? He suddenly gains the ability to walk.
He leaps out of bed. He does a little jig of happiness, and he makes it all about him.
I've always wanted to go to that chocolate factory. He has this backstory about it, and it's like, so I'm gonna go with you instead of your dad or your mom or something. And every time he made him buy chocolate, and then he'd look at the thing with him and then eat half this boy's chocolate.
Literally. And then when Charlie found that ticket, he comes home, he's like, oh, I won a ticket. Then Grandpa Joe goes, I can't believe we won.
Exactly.
It's like, there is no we, Grandpa Joe.
That wasn't even the chocolate that he bought.
Exactly.
For Charlie. Charlie, scrounged that money together. Didn't he, find it in a wastebasket or something?
Something like that, yeah.
And he's, somehow got the money. It was I'm just gonna buy one more chocolate. And then that was the winning one. It had nothing to do with Grandpa Joe.
No.
And Grandpa Joe tried to mooch off that boy.
Tried to. He successfully mooched off of that boy.
And then the one time Charlie gets in trouble, it's because Grandpa Joe egged him on to do something, right?
Yes.
I forget what it was now, but Grandpa Joe definitely egged him on.
Grandpa Joe, aka the worst thing about humanity.
The worst of us, Grandpa Joe.
He's clearly not a Clarice shipper.
No, he's not a Clarice shipper. You know what Grandpa Joe is? He is a shipper of the Hulk and Natasha, the worst of us. Everyone knows the Hulk needs to be with Gamora. That's right up there with Clary shipping. If you don't ship them, then you're out.
It's true. I converted Amy and Ina in this week, in between last episode and this one.
To Clarice-ism, yeah, I'm reformed.
They've learned the error of their ways.
Yeah.
You can't not ship Clarice.
That's true.
It'll just get to you. One day you'll just be sitting there thinking about it, and you'll realize it's the most beautiful thing you've ever imagined.
Somehow I don't believe that.
What?
If someone makes us, we're still waiting on some fan art, but if someone ever makes us fan art about Clarice,
I will blow it up into a giant poster and put it on my wall.
Yeah, I was gonna say we're gonna make shirts.
Both.
Both. It's happening. That was a question, or was that a bit? That was a bit that turned into a conversation.
Yes. As most of I feel like...
Which is fine.
The main thing that listeners need to know about the Fesses, and I'm sure they do if they've listened to this point, is that we segue so hard.
So hard.
To the point where we don't know what started the conversation anymore. And it becomes a problem because I do that in my head. Like, I'll just have a thought, and I'll have this giant segue in my head, and I'll really want to tell someone something that I just thought, but it's so unbelievably random. That has nothing to do with anything that's going on around me because I've segued so far off. So I can't tell anybody, or when I do, they're like, what?
Oh, yeah. I hate when you're, like, in a conversation, it maybe with somebody who's trying to get to know you, or, you know, like, that early relationship thing where, like, you get quiet for a second, and then the person that you're kind of dating is like, what's on your mind? And I don't have the heart to tell them that I'm thinking about what would happen if frogs went underwater and started blowing bubbles with their nose. Like, that just came into my head. Like, I started out thinking about, I'm having a great time on this date, and it turned into frogs blowing nose bubbles, and I don't know how to tell them that's what I'm thinking about. So I just say, oh, nothing, and then they know I'm lying. But, like, I can't just be like, frogs blowing nose bubbles is way more important than this silence we're having together that we're sharing.
I mean, I can confirm that the only relationship I ever have really stayed in that state the whole time. And it was basically just me, like, how do I explain without him thinking I'm strange?
I guess what it boils...
Ina's relationship was a mess.
Yeah. I think that what it really boils down to is all of us, but I'm going to speak for myself right now, are just going to have to find someone one day who you don't even have to worry about being like, I'm thinking about frogs blowing nose bubbles underwater, out of nowhere, and you just comfortably say it from day one. Mm-hmm. That's the only way we're going to find someone to spend the rest of our lives with.
Honestly, I need someone who I can just be walking down the street with and turn to and say, what if sexual dimorphism had gone the other direction? Evolutionarily, what do you think about that? And we could have a discussion and they wouldn't be like, get out of here.
Okay, here's the thing. I want to discuss that right now. Sexual dimorphism, that's two sexes, right? Like how it's converged and now we have two sexes?
It's like evolutionarily, the physical differences between males and females that like evolved for different reasons. So like in birds, and honestly a lot of animals, males being like bright colors to attract a mate, but the females being like natural colors to blend in with their surroundings.
So we're talking about like in humans, if it went
that women were the big tall ones.
Tormund would be very happy.
That is an ideal Tormund world.
It is.
I think that would be great. First of all, I would really like to be tall, and strong and big.
I know. I'm so short.
So short.
I'm shorter than you are.
Not Ina.
I'm the tallest one in our family, and I'm still not that tall.
The Fesses are a short people. We're hobbits.
Yep. We all mom and dad, both of our parents, are only like 5'6".
Hey. Mom is 5'5".
Dad claims he's 5'7".
Mom is 5'5".
and a half. 5'5" and a half.
All right.
Five and a half.
Either way.
She's always saying that. The half counts.
I am 5'2.5".
I'm 5'3" with maybe a half. Doctors sometimes say 5'4", but people who measure me say 5'3", so I feel like I have a half. Just 5'3 and a half. And it depends on if you feel like rounding or not.
And is the formerly Fess Crystal, is she 5'6"?
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, taller than mom, shorter than dad by like a hair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm probably like 5'7".
You're taller than dad by a hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really just a hair.
We had no choice. We had no chance. The point of bringing this up was the Fess. None of us had a chance to get tall. Because mom and dad were both very short.
Yeah, even if we had been born males, we still wouldn't have passed 5'7".
Nope.
Yeah, except for Ina, who probably would have gotten to like 5'10".
Yeah. But I think that if sexual dimorphism went in the other way, would that just mean that, like, males had and carried the babies? Or would that mean that we're just big and strong? Does that mean that we, like, just birth bigger babies and that's why women have to be the big and tall ones?
I feel like the second one, yeah. Like, you know how babies are not fully developed when they come out because they just get too big?
Oh!
Like, if women were larger, we could, like, birth our babies and they could come out walking like most animals.
You know? Yeah. That's... this is valid. Science? Listen to this podcast!
Make it happen.
Science?
Giant sim?
Science, we are breakthroughing.
Giant sim creator? What are you doing?
Can we script this guy? Oh, listen to us! Listen to me, science! I'm trying, you couldn't tell because this is just audio, but I was looking up at the sky like a sim when they're mad and waving their arms at the creator above. How they kind of like break the fourth wall like that. And then they speak in their simlish language.
Do.
Yes, that's I couldn't think of it, so I like basically did tongue rolls, but Jumbo Watazzle.
Yambo Gazette.
Yambo Gazeb, science!
Yipsy, Bonica too.
Monica too.
We've segued.
I feel like all the phrases we remember are Sims 3 phrases.
Alright, well let's do one last bit. It's gonna be very quick, because it is the classic marry, fuck, kill.
Language.
Okay, Cap.
So this segment is marry, fuck, kill.
Let's change it to bang, marry, kill for Ina.
Doesn't have the same ring to it.
No, but people do say it sometimes.
If we do it, we have to be marry, bang, kill, because that sounds better. Marry, bang, kill.
Marry, bang, kill.
So, marry, bang, kill. The worst of them. Are you ready?
Oh no, I'm not ready.
Grandpa Joe.
No.
Ross Geller.
No.
And who else is the worst of them?
Oh man, someone on par with those two?
Joffrey.
Yeah, but see, Joffrey isn't that bad.
I kind of am okay with Joffrey. People are gonna hate on me for saying that. I'm not mad at Joffrey for a character, but Littlefinger could fucking get...
Oh my goodness, Littlefinger,
Alright,
yeah.
It's Littlefinger. Okay, ready? Here we go. One more time. Marry, bang, kill. Grandpa Joe, Ross Geller, and Littlefinger, Peter Baelish.
This is the worst thing that I've ever been confronted with in my life.
I hate this a lot, but we're gonna go for it.
Why did you create this?
I created for the people.
Oh no.
Alright. I have an answer.
Speak it.
I also have an answer.
I will bang Grandpa Joe because that'll probably kill him.
Ooh. I like this line of reasoning. Though he's a big fat liar, so I don't think that's true, but it's a good attempt.
And then I guess I will kill Littlefinger and I'll marry Ross and then I'll divorce him and be his fifth divorce.
Yes!
That's what I was about to say. That's what I was about to say. I would marry Ross because he always gets divorced. So it wouldn't last very long.
I was not gonna marry Ross, but now that you're saying this, I do love the poetic justice.
Right? I'll marry him, and then I'm like a very strong woman. He won't be able to boss me around or pull his nonsense like he does in other ladies. So he would divorce me very fast.
Yes.
And then I would bang Littlefinger because he's not old and disgusting, and then I would kill Joe.
Alright.
If it were Sims, Grandpa Joe would die, so they'd both be dead.
Good.
True.
This is my thing. I'm gonna go a different route because I do like your Ross Geller thing, but I also just hate him a lot.
True.
I am gonna kill, my least favorite one of all of these is Littlefinger. I hate him more than Grandpa Joe, and I didn't realize it till we brought it up. Littlefinger is gonna be the one that I kill, because fuck that guy.
But you're not.
I'm not fucking that guy. See, I want to kill all of them.
Well, yeah. You picked 3 of the most killable characters.
I know. I think that this is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to fuck Ross Geller, because fuck him in like every way, sense of the form.
Yeah.
But it'll be like, I can close my eyes, he'll be done in 2 seconds, we all know.
Well, we do know that, yes.
So that'll be done really quick, and I can move on from that chapter of my life and continue.
That chapter of your life.
And then I would marry Grandpa Joe only because he has now inherited the Willy Wonka chocolate factory. So when I murder him and then take over, like, I will become the heir to Willy Wonka chocolate factory.
You don't get to marry. You don't get to murder him because you chose to murder Littlefinger.
Well, here's the thing.
So you just have to wait the 2 minutes it'll take for Grandpa Joe to expire.
Here's also the thing, though. The entire candy factory is filled with people having to test things that might kill them. So you could just feed him some chocolate Augustus Gloop shat in. And
oh my god.
You could just torture Grandpa Joe in that place forever. That would also be suitable.
But the thing is, Amy, that I'm pretty sure Charlie is the one who actually owns the factory, so you'd have married Grandpa Joe and you still wouldn't inherit.
Charlie and I have a paramour love affair. And so I will get that chocolate factory, Ina.
I will get that chocolate factory if it's the last thing I do.
You said I was Cersei, and this is how I am Cersei. I am gonna get that chocolate factory no matter what it takes.
But you're also Marjorie because you're willing to marry Grandpa Joe or Charlie for that factory.
I will marry anyone for this chocolate factory. I'm going all in on the chocolate factory.
A good investment.
You're allergic to chocolate.
They make more than chocolate there.
It's not for her.
It's sellable. Ina, you sell this chocolate to make money. You don't eat it.
Alright, that's our episode.
And on that note, if you want to send us questions, we appreciate it. We would love for you to do that. Send us the craziest, zaniest questions you could think of. You can send it to us on Twitter at @fessup_podcast. Tweeted us with the hashtag #UbFest. Instagram at FessUpPodcast. Facebook is also at FessUpPodcast. You can even email us at thefessuppodcast@gmail.com. And tell all your friends, rate this episode, iTunes, all that jazz. Subscribe so that you'll get it the second our next episode comes out, which is weekly, guys.
Weekly.
We're weekly, bitches. Hell yeah. That was John Ralphio. Weekly.
Honestly, I am John Ralphio.
I know.
I have been this entire time, and I never told you.
That means Ina and I are both Mona Lisa. Money, please!
No. Ina is Mona Lisa, and you're Tom.
Yes. Wow. We had a bonus Who Are You?
Well, we could get more in-depth on this, and we will.
Tweet at us if you want a more in-depth analysis of that.
So yes, rate, subscribe, tell your friends, please tweet about our show. It'll be amazing. Let everyone know. Share it to everybody you think might enjoy it. We have fun making it. We want everybody to listen. And that's the only way we're going to get the word out is if you guys help. So please do that.
Yes.
Also, you guys go ahead and answer these same questions in the comments.
Please do. Yes, answer these questions. Tell us. You can message us on those same mediums. Tell us stories of when you've asked your friends the questions, what conversations came out of it. If anybody is not a Clay Reese shipper.
Yes.
Or a Hulk and Gamora shipper.
Hulk Gamora.
Hulk Gamora, because Hulk Gamora ship is the best ship. Let us know if your friends are heathens and don't agree with that. Because we'll shame them in the next episode of this podcast. Yes.
Oh, we will. Give us their Twitter handles and we will publicly shame
any Clay Reese.
Oh, that's cyberbullying.
It's not bullying. We'll just say at so-and-so doesn't ship the true OTP.
That's true.
Or at so-and-so, you know what you did.
You know what you did.
At so-and-so, you are called out. And then, that's all we say.
I feel like they should remember that they can feel free to roast us, as long as they remember that we will always roast ourselves more.
That's true. Roast us, but we'll roast harder.
We're masters of the roast.
Fess up is French for beef that is roasted. The only good line from that movie.
Only? There are many.
Only Jim Carrey's lines, though.
Well, that is true.
Jim Carrey is here to save us all.
Jim Carrey is everyone's hero.
Like, hashtag that Sonic movie, though. Jim Carrey's here to save us all.
Literally, everyone's crapping on that Sonic movie, but I'm like, Jim Carrey looks lit, though.
Also, it's got James Marsden, and he's cute.
Anyway, so we out of here. This has been Fess Up. I've been Amy.
As always, I'm Marissa.
And I'm Ina.
And I'm Dennis Quaid. Bye!
Dennis Quaid, a villain?